Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Churchill Downs here on Saturday. It is November the 19th, 2016. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program, races 9 and 10. Before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections from racetracks around the world. So let's get on to it. Races 9 and 10 I'll be looking at. The ninth race is the ninth running of the Bet on Sunshine Stakes purse, $80,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses dashing the distance of 6 furlongs of sprinting. The word dash, I think, means 5 furlongs, so they're sprinting 6 furlongs. That's better. 6 furlongs here, and I might do a sneaky double of this race with races 9 and 10. My top pick in this one will go to the 6 horse, number 6, Alsvid. I'm gonna go 6-4-9-1. I'll use the 6 horse on my ticket. And I'll probably use the 4 horse Holy Boss on my double ticket. So I'll go too deep here for it. Basically a $2 double, whatever it's gonna whatever the minimum is. But 6-4-9-1 in the super, 6-4 in the daily double. But number 6, Alsvid, it's 3-1 here. Trained by Chris Hartman, 7-year-old gelding, been around the block a few times. This horse last time out ran October the 7th at Keeneland, 6 furlongs in the Grade 2 Phoenix. Horse finished fourth by 3.5 lengths behind the up until that point unbeaten this year AP Indian. This horse was a little bit wide, really didn't get into it. It was a very tough field. He's coming down the class ladder today, which I think should be a good thing. Start before came at Del Mar, 6 furlongs, July 31st in the Grade 1 Bing Crosby. Horse finished third by 7.25 lengths that day behind Lord Nelson, who won next start out. This horse just was far back, closed up a tiny bit, but really wasn't catching Lord Nelson, who ran incredibly well. It was such a shame that Lord Nelson couldn't run in the Breeders' Cup Sprint because I think he would have won that day. And then start before this horse ran July 2nd at Churchill, 7 furlongs in the Kelly's Landing Stakes. Horse won by 1.5 lengths. Last time this horse ran against basically open, not open company, but how do I say this? Against just basic overnight horses, and he won by 1.5 lengths on the lead all throughout, easy victory, and he won start before in the Aristides, Grade 3 Aristides here at Churchill, won by a head. He was the best horse in the field that day, and it was just a very nice victory. I think this horse should have a good run here today. He's very speedy. He's 4-3 at Churchill. He's lost once. That one loss came, last year in this race, finished third by 1.25 lengths. So I think this horse should have a good start here today. So to recount my bets for race number 9 from Churchill, it's the ninth running of the Bet on Sunshine Stakes. Gonna go with the 6 horse. Gonna go 6-4-9-1 in the superfecta, 6-4 in a daily double. So now let's get on to race number 10 from Churchill. 10th race to feature on today's program. And this race, the past few years, this race has been very good. This year, it's very good also. It's the 43rd running of the Cardinal Handicap Grade 3 purse, $100,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds, and upwards. We have a field of 13 horses. You always have big fields in this race. Traveling a mile and an eighth. 1 mile and 1/8. And my top selection in this one will go to the 1 horse, number 1, who is real smart. I'm gonna go 1-9-12-2. 1-9-12-2. Number 1, real smart. 4-1, Chris Landeros for Grand Motion. This horse is coming in from California, where this horse made his last start at Santa Anita Park, October the 1st in the Grade 1 Rodeo Drive at 1.25 miles. Horse finished ninth by 4.5 lengths at 11-1. It was a very wide open race that day. Avenge won it. This horse wanted to run that day, but Green Van Dyke wasn't letting him run. He just finished well back in a field of 12 horses. It just wasn't this horse's day to win. Come back to the East Coast, I think this horse should do well. Start before at Saratoga, 1.5 miles, August the 6th in the Grade 3 Y, excuse me. This horse finished ninth by 14.5 lengths. Really weak in that day. Gazapa and Suft, who finished 1-2. Very good horses. Wasn't catching those two. Those horses are probably two of the better fillies and mares in New York at the moment, behind Lady Eli and Kissy Khaleesi, I think. But this horse was just tiring that day against a very tough field. And then at Delaware Park, Mile 3 on July 3rd in the Robert Dick Memorial. Horse won by 2 lengths. Was the favorite and just took off clear. He ran down Photo Cole, who's almost on the lead all throughout. I think this horse should have a good run here today, facing, I personally think the field in that stakes race at Delaware was a lot tougher than this one today. I think this horse should have a good run here today, so I'm going to use this horse as a top selection. Possible thing, looking over this this daily double here. Of course, I'm going to use the one horse with the, like I said, race 9, I'll use 6-4. This race, I'll use probably the one horse, um, and maybe the 9 horse at 10-1. I think he could get a piece of it, the horse Heath. So, to recap my bets now for race number 10 from Churchill Downs, it's the 43rd Cardinal Handicap. Gonna go with the one horse Real Smart. Gonna go 1-9-12-2, 1-9-12-2, and my daily double starting off of race number 9. I'm gonna go 6-4 in race 9, and race 10 I'm gonna go 1-9 for a $2 double. Should cost you $8, maybe something like that. So yeah, hopefully I was right with the totals, maybe $4, but my math sucks. But it's gonna cost money. So to recap my bets now for so good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.